Hello everyone, this is Nisha Sharma in front of you all. So students, my today's video is for the students of 5th standard where I'll be giving you a short summary of chapter 4, which is the wrong house. And same as I told you in my rest of the videos, again I'm telling you that you'll be getting all the question answers in PDF form. So from there you are just supposed to write it down in your pen notebook. So let's start with today's class. Be ready with your English channel book. So students, the wrong house, chapter 4. See, this is the story of two thieves, and you'll come to know about them in this story. So what happens, the two men went quietly towards the house, and one of them were carrying a small suitcase. So what happened when they reached the porch? Porch means a small area at the entrance of a house covered by a roof, like ऊपर से ऐसे covered होता है ना थोड़े से roof से, that area. So what happened? They stopped there and listened. The night was very dark and silent. So one of the men took out a bunch of a key, and then both of them, they entered. By the light of the torch, they examined the room. Okay. So what happened? As they went inside the room, they examined the room with the help of the torch. It was a large living room. The furniture was covered. Dust lay over everything. One of the men spoke. "Well, Blackie," he said, "looks as if the family is away on the holiday." So they searched the house. There was no doubt the family was away. The family, they were not at home. They might have gone to somewhere else, or on vacation they have gone somewhere that way. Okay, so these two thieves were talking among themselves. Okay, so the name of the both of the thieves were, first one was Hasty Hoggin and the second one was Blackie Burns. So now what happened? See, Hasty Hoggin and Blackie Burns were in luck. Because why they were in luck? Because the owner of that house were not there. So only one in the past 10 days they had their luck failed them. What happened actually? It has been soon after they met their big robbery in that town on the coast. So what happened? Blackie, who had been driving the car, ran over a policeman. Okay, and then what happened? They had to abandon the car and run from there, from that place. They just ran away. Why? Because they left the car, because they ran over the car over a policeman. So now they were here, and then after what they did, they came here now in a strange town where nobody knows them, without a car. But they had a suitcase and the $300,000 in it. How much? $3,100 were there in that suitcase. So what happened? They were not having any car. So what happens? Hogan said that we can't steal one. It's too dangerous. We have to buy. Now they cannot. They have to buy the car. They cannot steal it. But what we are going to do with the suitcase? Asked Bern. Okay. So he said that hide it right here until we get a car. So they hid the suitcase. And they carried it down to the coal cellar and buried it in the pile of coal. So now what happened next? Just before dawn, they stepped out. Blackie says, Hogan remarked the name of the gentleman we're visiting is Mr. Samuel W. Rogers. So shortly what happened? The automobile showroom opened. Hogan and Burns had their car. Okay, they bought one car, and then what they did, they stopped the car a short distance from the house. थोड़ी दूर पे ही उन्होंने वो घर के कार को, they stopped it there. Now Hogan got out and walked towards the house. Okay, 50 yards from the house he stopped. ठीक है, 50 yards from house वो वहाँ पे रुक जाता है. The windows were open. The family had written. Now they are saying that the family had written. Hogan thought quickly. Now Hogan, what did? He thought quickly that he said to Burns, "Let's find a telephone." Okay, he wanted to find a telephone. You can see here in the picture also. So now what happened? 10 minutes later, Hogan was consulting a telephone directory. Now what he was saying? Yes, there it was, Samuel W. Roger, plan view 6329. A moment later, he was talking to Mr. Roger. थोड़ी देर में he was talking to Mr. Roger. Mr. Roger was who was he? He was the owner of that house. Now, hello, is this Mr. Rogers? Mr. Samuel Rogers? Yes, this is Mr. Rogers. Now, Hogan cleared his throat. ऐसे है ना, हम clear करते हैं ना अपने throat को. ऐसे he did. Mr. Rogers, he said in a sharp official tone, "This is police headquarters. I am Simpson." Okay, he said, "I am Simpson, Sergeant Simpson of the Detective Division." कहाँ से है वो? He said his name something else in place of his real name, and he said that I am from Detective Division, मतलब जासूस department division से. Okay. Then he said, "Yes, yes," came the reply. What he said? That he replied that yes. So now see what happened. The chief of police, you know, Hogan said, has ordered me to get in touch with you. Okay, now from there he got the reply. Now see, he's sending me out with one of our men to see you. Okay. Now, am I in trouble of some kind? Asked Mr. Roger. Now, Mr. Roger, what did he ask? That क्या मैं किसी मुसीबत में हूँ? Then he said, no, nothing like that. But I have something of importance to talk to you about. But he said, no, there's nothing important. Okay, I just wanted, no, nothing like that. I just wanted to talk to you. So that is why I want to meet you. So what happened? Very well, said Mr. Roger. And Mr. Roger Hogan continued, please keep quiet about this. Don't say anything to anybody. Now he said that now please you be quiet and don't say this to anybody. Now see what's happened next. Then Hogan explained his idea to Mr. Byrne. Who was that? He was the another thing. That Byrne. Within 10 minutes, Sergeant Simpson and Detective Johnson were speaking to Mr. Roger. Mr. Rogers was a small man. He was nervous, a badly frightened man. Okay, now what happened? He got very much frightened after getting that call. So now, Hogan told Mr. Rogers the whole story. Now, he said everything, whatever had happened, whatever he had, all the conversations throughout, he went on phone. So, he told everything to Mr. Rogers. Now, Mr. Rogers was delighted to be of help. Now, together, he and Hogan dug up the suitcase. Now, see what happened? They took it to the living room and opened it. All the money was there safe. Okay, then they saw that all the money were safe there. And now, Mr. Rogers, Hogan announced in his best official manner, "Johnson and I must run along. The chief wants a report. He have to catch the rest of the robbers. I'll be in touch." He picked up the suitcase and rose. Burns rose. Mr. Roger also rose. The three men walked to the door. Mr. Roger opened it. "Come on in, boys," he said pleasantly. And in walked three men in police uniform. Okay, so this was the story. And now see what happened. What does this mean? Mr. Roger asked Hogan. "It's quite simple," said Mr. Roger. "I am the chief of police." Okay, so then after Mr. Rogers, he disclosed that who was he? He himself was a chief of police. And then after they came to know that they were talking, the person who was on phone was a chief of police. So students, this was the chapter, and hope you have understood it. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me directly, and please go through the chapter, read the chapter properly. You'll be getting question answers in PDF form on school's website. Please complete all your work, do it in your fair notebook. We'll see you in my next video with new chapter. Till then, stay safe, take care, thank you.